Hello, I'm Avi. I'm the co-founder and chief product officer here at Previsico. So we are a flood forecasting company with a mission to minimize the impact of flooding globally. And so we work with a wide range of organizations to help them prevent their loss, and we partner with insurers to help support their customers and mitigate loss. Because when we do that, it's a win-win for both the insurer and the insured. So flooding affects pretty much every sector, which means a huge opportunity for us. And areas that we focused on have been particularly construction, utilities, so working with both the water sector and the energy and power sector. And then we also work a lot with housing and property and retail. So flooding often catches people off guard and causes a huge amount of loss. It's the largest natural hazard globally. And often, while we have flood warnings available for large rivers in the sea, the largest risk actually in the UK and across the US is from pluvial surface water flooding. That's when heavy rain overwhelms the local drainage. So it doesn't always come from the large rivers, it can come from anywhere. Especially if there's kind of a large convective storm, which you have a lot of those, particularly in the summer. And so what we do is we complement the warnings that are already out there by capturing local conditions and forecasting, providing property level forecasts to help asset managers, maintenance teams, health and safety managers get on site faster and prevent the loss. Because most flood impacts can be prevented if you're better prepared. Flooding is very much a global hazard. It affects, the losses you see in the US are enormous, but then across Asia and Africa and Europe, it's a huge issue. So what we've been doing is growing from the UK into both parts of Europe and the US. So we're currently live in about 11 states with both corporate and insurer clients. And then in Europe also with water sector clients too. So there's all sorts of different types of flooding that catch people off guard, and so what we're doing is growing both in kind of the ability to capture different impacts and better integrate with custom operations, both here in the UK and the US. And so that involves, going and helping, for example, with water companies, helping them improve the way they manage their network and reduce kind of sewage and outflow events, whereas, as let's say another sector like retail, helping keep operations up and running, construction, minimize kind of disruption to and contamination events. So every sector is affected differently by flooding, and so we're really tailoring our solution to those different sectors. So I think today there's been a lot of really interesting insurtechs that have certainly gone on a journey and are really at a really good level of maturity. And I think one of the learnings, people talk about sales cycle and also proving the use case. I think it was a lot of people went on a similar journey to us, which was, we talked a lot to insurers at the start when we formed the company over 5 years ago. And actually on, what it takes to then grow and expand, it's all about proving. And so what we did from ourselves is we proved ourselves with corporates, different industries, and then partnered with insurers to better support those industries. And it really seems like, again, everyone who's had success has done the same. They found what they need to prove, they've proven that and gone and done it, and then they've been able to grow in the insurance sector. If you aren't able to prove that value, it takes a lot longer.